Active listening saves money and relationships. From marriages to employment, everybody benefits from active listening. Do you want to learn more with the help of my PEAR? Keep watching. Happy present moment and welcome to Jeanette Salvatierra TV. I'm your host, Jeanette Salvatierra. Both parties in a conversation and at some point are required to listen to the other. Learning to listen effectively should be a vital competency from any leadership position, as parents, as teachers, or entrepreneurs. Active listening is also a crucial component of emotional intelligence. So working in these skills can help you improve the trait that is strongly linked to job performance. Emotional intelligence emphasizes the use of observation, reflection, and proactive communication to help people understand their own emotions and those of others. But active listening is a competency that can be learned easily when you review one by one the skills that made it up. To help you remember these skills and to put it to work in your favor, I propose to use PEAR. Each of its letters represent each one of the active listening skills, and also the order they will be needed in a normal conversation. Do you want to try my PEAR? Well, the four primary active listening skills are paraphrasing, empathizing, asking questions, and responding with balance. But before we continue, I would like to invite you to subscribe to this channel and to activate the automatic notifications by clicking on the bell. And in this way, you will be notified as soon as we release new videos on this channel. Now, let's dive into every single skills that made up our PEAR, or the active listening competencies. The first one is the P for paraphrasing. Paraphrasing is a summary of what somebody has said in the listener own words. Paraphrasing focuses on the content of the message and is useful when you need to verify or clarify the meaning. It shows that the listener understands what has been said, even if they don't necessarily agree with it. Paraphrasing forces the listener to consider what has been said and to understand the other person's points of view, rather than simply prepare a rebuttal. Especially when the subject on hand is sensible, it's useful to use paraphrasing. When you're discussing something that is important, complex, sensible, or difficult, like emotions, money, or health. Paraphrasing is useful, but probably an optional skills to be used. But the following skill is useful, even mandatory, I may say, in any active listening opportunity. And this is our number 2, or letter E of our PEAR, empathizing. Although, like paraphrasing, empathizing is more focused on demonstrating the understanding of the other person's feelings about something, rather than what they think about it. Empathizing is valuable when someone expresses concerns or is in an emotional state. Spotting nonverbal cues and identifying if those cues are inconsistent with the verbal message is a key aspect of this skill. Patience and lack of judgment are essential because empathizing is less about offering solutions than giving the people the opportunity to be heard. I love to think empathizing is like a dome that creates a secret space where two people can engage in a conversation, can talk and listen freely, and feeling respected and secure. In this way, they will be able to create an emotional connection that allows their conversation to reach a satisfactory conclusion for both parties. Now, let's move to our third skill, or letter A of our PEAR. Ask questions. While paraphrasing and empathizing are effective skills for letting someone know they have been heard or understood, questioning focuses on providing more context and information for the listener. By asking open questions to draw out specific details, the listener can engage the other person in a two-way conversation. Questioning also helps to guide the conversation in a collaborative fashion that allows the speaker to contribute to work towards a solution. Perhaps the complex aspect here is how to build open questions. And for that, let me give you an example. An open questions doesn't offer options, nor hypotheses or conclusions from the listener. Something like, you are telling me that you are angry, aren't you? Isn't an open question. Instead, ask, how are you feeling? Or how did you feel? In some situations, you can ask or clarifying questions to verify your hypothesis. I recommend you introduce these kind of questions as exactly that. For instance, telling something like, I would like to verify with you my thoughts and conclusions about this subject here, or I have a hunch about XXX topic you are mentioned during this conversation. In this way, you are preventing the other person feel that you put him or her into an interrogatory room. Let's move ahead and to our last emotional intelligence skills in our active listening process, starting with the fourth letter of our PEAR, R. And this is respond with balanced. Once key issues has been identified, effective leaders or effective listeners can be ready to respond, to provide constructive feedback about the proposal or performance without being confrontational or diminishing someone's self-esteem. This can be especially effective when leaders need to communicate some concerns or modify potential ideas that they have received or they have. A balanced response emphasizes the strength of an idea or proposal and highlights points of agreements without letting the speaker concern too much or worry too much about the differences that can undermine the solution or the resolution of the problem or the situation we were discussing about. In other words, build your responses balancing positive and negative or need to improve messages. As we used to say, use strong messaging with a caress. Providing constructive feedback is a subject in itself that we will cover in another video probably. For now, congratulations! You have now the tools to become an effective, active listener. You can eat your pear now. Until our next episode, keep pursuing your dreams, recognizing your light and your inner power to live the happy, purposeful, and successful life you desire. Blessings to you and your work, and see you soon in an upcoming episode of Jeanette Salvatierra TV. Bye!